Hi, I'm Roger Sutton, and I'm here to give you another monthly update telling you what's going on in Christchurch. Construction. Well, construction volumes in Christchurch are now running 2 or 3 times what they were doing prior to the quakes. Stuff is happening over, obviously, in the infrastructure area with our roads, our water pipes, our sewage being fixed, but also in the housing area, but also in commercial construction as well. And here's an example of the stuff that's going on. There's a new 6-storied building which is nearly finished for Anderson and Lloyd. They're a law firm, and they'll be moving in later on this month or in early June. It's a new energy efficient building, a building much more energy efficient than most of the building stock we had prior to the quakes. There's actually something like 200 buildings going on in the CBD right now, both in the residential and commercial space. They range from stuff that's happening in Victoria Street to stuff that's happening right in the CBD. And we've got a map of what's happening on the CCDU website, which shows you all the different developments that are going on. You can look at it on the CCDU website, ccdu.govt.nz. If you don't want to look at it on the web, you can also go into town, and we've got a billboard in the square which has got that same map as well. The Residential Advisory Service has been going now for just over a year. This is a service set up mainly to help people resolve insurance issues. Some of the issues are really tricky, and some of the issues have been relatively easy to fix. In that last year, we've had approaches from just over 4,000 people, and out of that there's been something like 900 meetings have been held with those people who've come to us. 500 of those people we've referred off to other agencies who are already set up to help them with those sort of issues, and we've closed just under 500 cases. The sort of things people help them with is, do I take the cash, or do I get the insurance company to fix or rebuild my house? Or the insurance company wants to use a fixing technique which I don't like. All sorts of different sort of issues with helping people resolve. In some cases, we haven't been able to resolve the issues, and what we've done there is we've then held people's hands to take them off so they can go off to an arbitration service like the Insurance and Saving Ombudsman, where they can make binding decisions to get particular rebuilds or particular solutions put in place for people. So if people want to get in touch with that service, they can just ring 0800 ring CERA, or the number is on the screen at the moment. The next thing I was going to talk about is really topical with winter really fast approaching, and that's the Find and Fix program. Last winter, we at CERA ran a program to try and find people who are still living in houses that were damaged and, if you like, were unsafe, cold or leaking, had some sort of problem. And not that many people came forward. The number was less than 100. This winter, CERA have run a really good community initiative to go and door knock people in those worst affected suburbs to try and find more people who needed their houses fixed. These are people with things like holes in the roof, holes in walls, doors that wouldn't lock properly, those sort of security issues. But they door knocked nearly 5,000 houses over the last few weeks. And in those 5,000 houses, they found 750 households that did actually need some sort of a fix. They're now working with the insurance companies, with EQC, coordinating work through Community Energy Action, another community organisation, to get those repairs done to those houses. They may not have door knocked on your house, and you may have issues. If you want help, it's free. Once again, ring 0800 ring CERA, or the number is along the bottom of the screen, and they will get you in touch with the people that can get you some assistance. People should not be living in another winter in squalid conditions. There are organisations that want to help you. Get out there and ask for that help. I'm a keen biker, and this month we've got a story in the Greater Christchurch Recovery Update talking about what the City Council have been doing upgrading cycling facilities around the city. As some of you know, the new central city is going to be a lot more pedestrian and cycle friendly. Slow streets designed to make it a lot safer for cycling. But safer cycling in the CBD is really enhanced when other cycle facilities out in the suburbs link in. And the Christchurch City Council have been doing a lot of work trying to build better cycleways to integrate this cycling area, if you like, or those wider suburban cycling routes. They've spent $2 million in the last year on better cycling facilities, and next year it's more like $8 million. There's a really interesting story in the Greater Christchurch Recovery Update about this, and you should have a read of it. While you're reading it, or deciding to bike into town or bike around town, it might be worth having a look at what's happening down on the Avon River. We're doing a lot of work to upgrade the Avon River, upgrade the banks, but also doing work in the actual riverbed to improve the habitat for fish, native fish, eels and so on. And one of the most interesting things that's gone on lately is we've been going around and pulling out the 80-year-old native eels that have lived in that area just further along here between Gloucester and Worcester Street, and moving them to other habitats while their bit of the river is fixed, if you like, following the quake. So they may have lived on this bit of the river for years and years and years. We've moved them out while their earthquake repairs have been done further down the river or further back up the river as well. So there's lots of other stuff, lots of other good stories in the Greater Christchurch Recovery Update, which you should have got in your letterbox by now. If you haven't got it in your letterbox, then it's all on the CERA website, cera.govt.nz. Thanks.